Hi, everybody. I'm 73 years old. I worked for the post office for 37 years. I retired in 2018, and I thought I'd done everything right. Saved my money, paid off my house, took care of my family. But I'm here today wearing this mask because I'm ashamed. I don't want my neighbors to know. I don't want my grandchildren to see my face when I tell you what happened to me. I'm not doing this for attention. I'm doing this because if even one person hears my story and hangs up the phone when they should, then maybe, just maybe, this whole nightmare will have meant something. I lost almost everything. $217,000. That was my entire retirement savings. Money I'd put away over decades. Money I was going to leave to my daughter and my 2 grandsons. And the worst part? I gave it to them willingly. I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought I was protecting myself. These people knew my name. They knew my address. They knew things about me that made me trust them, and I never saw it coming. It started on a Tuesday morning in March. I remember because it was trash day, and I just brought the bins back up the driveway. My phone rang. I didn't recognize the number, but I answered it anyway. I usually do. You never know if it's the doctor's office or something important. The man on the phone said his name was Officer David Mitchell. He said he was calling from the Social Security Administration's fraud department. He had a calm voice, professional. He didn't sound like those foreign scam callers you hear about. He sounded American. He sounded like someone I could trust. He told me that my Social Security number had been compromised, that it had been used in a drug trafficking operation down in Texas. He said they'd found my number linked to a car that was abandoned at the border, and inside that car were 23 pounds of cocaine. My heart just dropped. I've never been in trouble in my life. I've never even had a speeding ticket. And now this man is telling me my Social Security number is tied to drug trafficking? I told him there must be some mistake. I told him I've never been to Texas. I've barely left my state in the last 5 years. He said he understood, that this was clearly identity theft, but that I needed to take immediate action to protect myself. He knew my full name. He knew my address. He even knew the last 4 digits of my Social Security number. When he said those numbers out loud, I thought, okay, this is real. This is really happening. He told me that because my identity had been stolen, my bank accounts were at risk. He said that the criminals who stole my information were likely going to try to drain my accounts within the next 24 to 48 hours. He said I needed to move my money to a secure government account, just temporarily, until the investigation was complete. I was scared. I didn't know what to do. I asked him if I should go to my bank, and he said no. He said that sometimes bank employees are involved in these fraud rings, and if I went to the bank, it could tip off the criminals. He said the safest thing to do was to work directly with him. That should have been my first warning sign. But I was panicking. I wasn't thinking clearly. He told me to stay on the phone with him. He said it was for my protection, to make sure no one else could contact me and confuse me or try to scam me. He said, "Ma'am, I know this is frightening, but I'm here to help you. I'm going to walk you through this step by step." And he did, for hours. He had me go to my computer and log into my bank account. He told me exactly what to click. He had me set up wire transfers. He said the money was going into a Federal Reserve holding account, and that once the investigation was over, it would all be returned to me with interest as compensation for the trouble. I sent the first transfer that afternoon, $50,000. He called me back the next day. He said the investigation had expanded. He said they discovered that the criminals had also opened credit cards in my name, and that I needed to move more of my money to keep it safe. Over the next 2 weeks, I sent transfer after transfer. He called me every single day, sometimes twice a day. He was kind. He was patient. He answered all my questions. He made me feel like I was doing the right thing. I didn't tell anyone. He'd warned me not to. He said that if I told anyone, even my family, it could jeopardize the investigation. He said that sometimes family members accidentally leak information, and the criminals find out and disappear. He said, "You're doing great, ma'am. Just a little longer, and this will all be over." I wanted to believe him. I needed to believe him. By the end of the second week, I'd sent nearly everything. My savings account was almost empty. I'd even pulled money from a small investment account I had. And then he stopped calling. I waited 2 days. I tried calling the number he'd given me, but it went straight to a voicemail that said the mailbox was full. I started to feel sick. Something wasn't right. I finally broke down and called my daughter. I told her everything. She went quiet for a long time, and then she said, "Mom, I think you've been scammed." Those words hit me like a truck. She drove over immediately and helped me call my bank. The woman at the bank was very kind, but she told me what I already knew deep down. The money was gone. The account numbers I'd sent it to didn't belong to any government agency. They were likely overseas, routed through multiple accounts, impossible to trace. We filed a police report. We contacted the FBI. We did everything we were supposed to do, but they told us the chances of recovering the money were almost zero. I didn't sleep for weeks. I kept replaying every conversation in my head. How did I not see it? How could I have been so stupid? I felt ashamed. I still do. I didn't want to tell anyone else what happened. My daughter told a few close family members, but I made her promise not to spread it around. I didn't want people to think I was senile or losing my mind. I didn't want to be pitied. But the truth is, I'm not senile. I'm not stupid. These people are professionals. They do this every single day. They know exactly what to say, exactly how to scare you, exactly how to make you trust them. They knew my name. They knew my address. They knew details about me that made everything feel real, and they used that information to take everything I'd worked for. I'm 73 years old, and I'm starting over. I had to borrow money from my daughter just to pay my bills last month. I've had to cut back on everything. I don't go out to eat anymore. I canceled my cable. I'm trying to figure out if I need to go back to work. But who's going to hire a 73-year-old woman? The worst part isn't the money. It's the shame. It's lying in bed at night, knowing that I let this happen. It's seeing my daughter's face and knowing she's worried about me. It's wondering what my grandkids will think when they're older and they find out their grandmother lost their inheritance to a phone scam. But I'm telling you this now because I don't want this to happen to you. Please, listen to me. If someone calls you and says they're from the government, hang up. The Social Security Administration does not call people about fraud. The IRS does not call you and threaten to arrest you. Medicare does not call asking for your bank information. If someone calls and says your accounts are in danger, hang up and call your bank yourself using the number on the back of your card. Do not use the number they give you. If someone tells you not to tell your family, that's a red flag. Tell your family. Tell your kids. Tell your neighbors. A real government agent will never tell you to keep secrets from your loved ones. If someone asks you to move your money to a safe account, it's a scam. There is no such thing as a government safety account. Your money is safest right where it is, in your own bank, in your own name. And please, slow down. These people will try to rush you. They'll say you only have a few hours to act. They'll say it's an emergency. But real emergencies don't work that way. You always have time to think. You always have time to call someone you trust. I know it's hard to hang up when someone sounds official and professional. I know it's scary when they tell you your identity has been stolen or your accounts are at risk. But I'm begging you, take a breath, hang up the phone, and call someone who loves you. I wish I had. I wish I'd called my daughter that very first day. I wish I'd ignored that man when he told me not to tell anyone. I wish I'd trusted my gut when something felt off. But I didn't. And now I'm here, wearing a mask, telling you my story, hoping that maybe it will save someone else from making the same mistake I did. These scammers are out there right now, calling people just like you and me. They're smart, they're convincing, they sound real, but they're not. And if you remember nothing else from my story, please remember this. No real government agency will ever ask you to move your money. No real officer will ever tell you to keep secrets from your family. No real investigation will ever require you to withdraw your life savings and send it to a stranger. When in doubt, hang up, walk away, call someone who loves you. I didn't. And it cost me everything. Don't let it cost you too.